Now, joining us now with the reaction, the upcoming book, but we're not going to talk about it now. June 5th, barnesandnoble.com. You can pre-order it. It's on Hannity.
This is like your daily...
Keep the book up.
a little bit of daily torture. Let's get Newt out here, and we'll make sure we don't talk about his new book.
No, but I have we're going to do an hour on my radio show, and we're going to do an hour special.
Oh, no, and I'm delighted.
On everything.
But let me go back to what Rush was saying, because I think this is so funny.
He's a genius, by the way.
And he is. He's extraordinary.
Absolute genius.
But I got into this a little bit last night with Laura, because Laura showed me the Clapper stuff. And the point where Clapper talked about he doesn't like talking about spying. I couldn't help myself. I said, he was the director of national intelligence. He was in charge of every spy we have. Right. How can you have a director of national intelligence who doesn't like spying? I mean, just the whole thing's crazy.
All right. As Rush is brilliant, you're one of the smartest people I know.
Yeah, but it's a very small circle.
Okay. Okay. We've known each other a long time. But here's where we are. Hillary commits felonies.
Yeah.
She obstructs justice. The leading, the acid washing. Then we got a covered up and rigged investigation, writing an exoneration months before they interview her 17 others. Then on top of it, we have an unmasking problem. Now we learn we've got spies in the campaign. Right. We have FISA judges lied to on a Hillary Clinton bought and paid for dossier that the own author said in an interrogatory, that was raw intelligence, maybe 50-50. That became the basis to get a FISA warrant and 3 subsequent renewals. This, to me, tell me if I'm wrong, is the biggest corruption abuse of power we've ever seen.
Oh, by a huge margin. And I talked about this one day, I think, on the radio show. We really need to figure out how to physically show this. You have the Clinton corruption going back for many, many years, I think all the way back to cattle futures, where the Wall Street Journal figured out it was mathematically impossible for her to have made that much money honestly. So they've been used to getting away with things since 1979, 1980. Then you have the people who covered up for her corruption. And I'm counting in the whole thing with emails as part of the corruption. So that's a second layer. Then you have the fear that, oh, my God, Trump could win. And now you have a third layer, which is how do we get the very people who are protecting her. Andy McCarthy had a wonderful line. He said,
he's been great.
He said, he wrote, Democrats get away with murder and Republicans get murdered. And that's the current justice part. So, but now you get that layer. But now here's the new layer that I began to realize in the last 3 days. All of a sudden, all these guys who plan to bask in corruption are beginning to realize that they, in fact, could be indicted and convicted. I mean, Clapper, I've known Clapper for years. Clapper used to be a serious professional. The guy I see on TV now is pathetic.
What about Brennan?
Well, Brennan was a member of the Communist Party of the USA. Voted for
How did he ever become the CIA director?
Only Obama would pick an explicit communist to be the head of the CIA. I mean, I'm not sure who he thought Brennan would protect from who. But here's the point. Brennan now has this problem. Comey has this problem. McNabb has this problem. Clapper has this problem. And all of a sudden, these guys, Lynch has this problem. And the truth is, you're going to find out pretty soon, goes right into the White House.
There's no doubt.
I have zero doubt.
I have not been wrong the whole
Barack
time.
Obama not knowing this.
If the truth comes out, it will go right to the Obama White House.
That's right.
And Jarrett and Rice and Power and Ben Rhodes and the rest of them.
I mean, just given the way they ran a very tight operation.
They knew.
Does anybody believe that Valerie Jarrett didn't know this stuff?
Remember, they gave away the New York Times trying to do catch-up, which I felt was kind of, well, vindication in a way, but in another way, they're just trying to spin it. But they revealed very early on, when that trip took place to Great Britain, that, in fact, there were deep negotiations with Downer, with our State Department, that had to be at the top for him to allow himself to be interviewed by the FBI.
Yeah, I mean, so you start going down this list, and then this guy that we've now sort of identified who's not identified, and all this baloney, who apparently got like over $1 million over the years from the deep state.
Yep, 2 years.
Yeah, and so you start saying, oh, so it's okay, and what I read was entrapment. I mean, he's saying to this guy.
That's what Victoria Tunsing just said.
Yeah, he's saying to this guy, oh, come on, you really, give me. Well, and the guy keeps saying,
there was even a cute blonde.
There ain't nothing there.
Are you confident because Hillary wins, none of this comes out. Are you confident we have the ability to get to the truth completely?
No.
Neither am I.
And what it's going to come down to is whether or not the president can keep focused.
He is.
He is now. But this is going to go on for 2 or 3 years.
But they're setting traps for him left and right for him to get mad and fire.
But not just that. I mean, digging this stuff out, making the connections.
Where's Jeff Sessions doing? What's wrong with him?
Well, I think if we had an attorney general.
We do. Rod Rosenstein.
Well, but Rosenstein is. Well, that's I think your case is right. I am so saddened by Jeff Sessions' inability. I don't know what happened to him, but his inability to do his job.
Scary.
And again, he's a guy I've liked a long time.
Me too.
And he just folded.
I will have you on radio and TV. Great to see you, Steve. I never get to see you anymore.
And I will hold you to that.
Oh, I'll do it.